Hello there, you are welcome back to Elveela YouTube channel. If you're new here, kindly subscribe to my channel, and if you find this video helpful, don't forget to like and share it to your friends and schoolmates. Today's video is on the previous video I dropped. Is just a detailed illustration on how to draft the sleeve. So I'll be putting the link in the description box below. So please, if you haven't seen that video, please check the description box and watch that video. Right now, I'm just taking the circumference measurement I have on the armhole. Whatever that gives you, you divide it by 6.28. Now, the upper part of this sleeve is a flared. I went ahead now and fold my fabric now into 4. So once I'm done dividing my armhole by 6.28, whatever that gives me, I impute it down there as shown. So I will take the measurement round on that folded end of the fabric. Next, now from that mark I gave, I will be taking the length of the flared. So I'm using 3.5 inches for the length of the flared sleeve. So I'll take that measurement round as shown. Next is to cut it out. Now this flared, I'll be needing double of it. So I went ahead to cut the second one. So I'll be placing both flared right sides together as shown. So I'll pin them up together now. Then sew it up on 1/2 inch all round. Here is the armhole, so I will leave it open while I close that end on 1/2 inch. So now I'm done with sewing. I notch then I cut open the flare. I take it back to the same machine now and sew it up on 1/2 inch on both sides as shown. I'm done with sewing now. I pull out the fabric or the sleeve to the right side, as you can see. So I'm done with the upper part, which is the flared part of the sleeve. I'll keep this aside now to cut out the balloon sleeve. Now, because this is a detailed tutorial, I went ahead again to measure up the armhole I have on the top I've already sewn. Just take the measurement all around as shown. Then whatever your armhole measurement is, you multiply it by 2 or by 2.5 or by 3 inches, depending on how full you want the balloon sleeve to be. So, but for this tutorial, I multiply my armhole measurement by 2. So here I've cut out what I have for the armhole, multiply by 2. So for the length, please go ahead and use the length of your choice. Here I use the length of about 11 inches. Now to the basic sleeve, I fold a piece of fabric into 2. Then I am going to be ruling out a base line. So my measurement now starts from the base line. Next thing now is to measure up the round armhole and divide by 2. The reason why I divide the armhole by 2 is because this fabric on the table is folded into 2. So I measure it up now. So now I'm taking the half measurement of my armhole. So what I have there on my armhole is 16 inches divided by 2 is 8 inches. Now I'm taking the length of the basic sleeve. I used 7 inches. So I'm not going to be adding any hem allowance to the sleeve. Now I'm placing the round sleeve measurement, which is 6.5 inches. I connect them together. On that top there, I'm having half of an inch, as you can see. Then on the side, I gave 1 inch seam allowance. Next thing now is to cut it out. So if you notice, I didn't keep any hem allowance because I really want the sleeve to be at least 4 inches shorter than the balloon sleeve. So when cutting the basic sleeve, please keep in mind that your basic sleeve measurement, the length, has to be about 4 inches shorter than the balloon sleeve. Now I've cut out my basic sleeve now. So I brought out again the balloon sleeve piece which I've earlier cut out. I'm going to be making a gather stitch on the hem. That's the down part of the balloon sleeve. So my gather stitch will start from 1 inch there and it will end on 1 inch on the other part. So now I'm done with making my gather stitch now. So I'm pulling the threads now together as shown. After gathering here now, I place my basic sleeve onto the balloon sleeve, right sides together as shown. Now you just ensure that the wideness of the balloon sleeve matches up with the basic sleeve. So now I'm placing the down part of the basic sleeve, that's the hem of the basic sleeve, onto the balloon sleeve as shown. Then I'll be sewing it up on half of an inch. Yeah, I'm done with sewing it up. Next thing now is to fold them into 2. Then I'm going to take to the sewing machine now and I'll be sewing it up on the side seam allowance I gave on the basic sleeve. So here now, please follow your measurements you have on the basic sleeve. So I'll close them up now. So here is what I have after sewing it up now. I'll be putting in now the basic sleeve. Then again, I'm going to be making a gather stitch on the up part of the balloon sleeve. Here is the part that is joined to the shoulder. So I will take it to the machine now and I'll sew a gather stitch. After sewing my gather stitch, I pull the threads now together as shown. Now I'm done with making my gather stitch now. Now I will bring the flared sleeve. I'll be attaching it onto the balloon sleeve. So if you look at this sleeve very well, you're going to see the joining I have on this balloon sleeve. So I'll bring up the basic sleeve, I'll pull it upward, as you can see me doing here now. So the basic sleeve is up together with the balloon sleeve as shown. Now on that same line, I'm going to start attaching the flared sleeve. So I use my pin now to pin them up together. So what I'm doing here now, I'm pinning the basic sleeve with the balloon sleeve and the flared sleeve. I'm pinning them up together now. So please, this part guys, you have to be very patient. Take your time and pin them up together now. Now if that flared is longer than the armhole, you can also pleat it. So I'll just continue pinning. So I will pin up to the other end of the side seam or the armhole seam. Now I'm done with pinning. As you can see here, that's where the flared starts from. So that's my seam line. So now I will take to the sewing machine now and sew them up together before attaching it onto the dress. I will sew them up together first and I will end on that seam joining. So here I have both sleeves already sewn. So I'll just go ahead now and attach it to the top or to your dress, whatever your case may be. So you start attaching the sleeve to your top or your dress from that joining. Attach the sleeve from the sleeve joining onto the armhole or the side seam. So I will just use my affix pin and pin them all round together. After pinning, then I will take it up to sew them together. So guys, with this guys, we have come to the end of the tutorial. So guys, if you find this tutorial helpful, please leave it a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and if you have not yet subscribed, please like and subscribe to this channel. Until I come your way again, bye.
Please subscribe, like and share this video. Thank you.
Thanks for watching guys. Don't forget to subscribe.
Thanks guys. See you again on the next one. Bye.